Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. I am Azian. During this session, you will learn on Introduction to Web Design. Creating web page is relatively easy, but creating great web pages, however, is somewhat more complicated. Therefore, the key to creating best and outstanding web pages is a specialized kind of planning called design. But what is web design? Design involves thinking and planning a variety of issues, like who will use the web page, what you want to see, and how it will look. Can we divide web design into certain parts? Yes, there are three parts of web design. First, information design. Second, interaction design. And third, presentation design. Let's take a look and consider what you do and don't like about the website. Compare with this website. What information does this page share? And compare to this website. Is the information well presented? Now, in this chapter, you will learn the principle of information design as they pertain to website. What is information design? When you do information design, think about first, what you want to tell about. Second, whom you are going to tell it to. Third, why you want to tell it. What things they already know. And how the information will be put together. There are things to be considered in the process of information design. First, you must consider what you want to say, the message. Second, whom you are going to say it. Refer to your audience. Third, their background. Fourth, the information structure. And last, why you want to say it. As web page designer, your first task is often to identify and research your message. What information do you wish to share? Whom do you wish to share your message with, and why you want to share your message with them? Next, what does your intended audience already know about the subject? Their prerequisite? How can your message be organized most effectively? A good way to decide what your website will be about is to brainstorm topics based on your interest and proposal. We go for activity 1. Browse this URL. opencourseware.edtn.ny. What is the message of the website? Is the information well presented? Does this page get to involve in some activity interactive? Let's take a look. Therefore, when you answer these questions, you must provide essential guidelines to creating informative web pages. Activity 2. We browse this URL, blossoms.mit.edu. What is the appropriate audience for the website? Let's take a look. To identify the audience for your website, you must identify what it is that the group has in common with your website. You must say what makes them unique and what makes them differ from other groups. Common factors that can be considered in choosing audience are, first, their age, what they do for a living, a language they speak, and a cause that they feel strongly about. The purpose of your website. It is essential that you can clarify the purpose of your website before you begin creating it. If the purpose is too broad, it can make website ineffective. You will need to be very specific in your identification of your purpose. Okay, here are the tips. To help you define your purpose, first, notice your website's content. and know about its audience. The more you know your audience, the easier to craft a statement of purpose. If you don't have a basic understanding, your audience background already knows, you tend to provide too much or too little information. Therefore, think about what your audiences already know. It will keep you from making this common mistake. First, taking over their heads or taking down to them, which making them lose interest in your website. Okay, what you have to do with the background? Conduct an audience analysis. What kind of info would cause you visit a website on this topic? What they need in this topic? And how the info be presented? You may also need to make some educated guesses about them, so you know about your audience. To fulfill the purpose you have just outlined before, your message must be organized in some way. Organization can come in many flavors. Here are 4 sample common structure of information design for web. First, random structure. Second, linear structure. Fourth, hierarchical structure. And last, mixed structure. Random access structure. Random access sites are most appropriate when you want your user to have quick access to all information, which is from one part to another part. Let's take a look at this structure, the A to B, C, D, F, and G. Then, linear structure. It is used when you don't want to give away the end of your story before they have finished. It's a linear from A to F. Hierarchical structure are a good way to organize informational sites, which is using the categories and the subcategories. Now, mixed structure. Unfortunately, information does not always fit into such neat and clean structures. In some sites, some information should be organized one way and some in another way. They're partly random access, somewhat linear, and at times hierarchical. Now, look at this sample. Is this sequential website? From top to bottom of the faculty. Accordingly, and this sequential website also, can we call it as hierarchical website? And is this hierarchical website also? Alright, think about it. So that's all for today and thank you.